morning, students. Welcome to the third part of the chapter Real Numbers. I am going to start the exercise 1.3 with the first question. Prove that root 5 is irrational. To prove this, you have to know a theorem 1.3 which states that if A divides P square, if A divides P square, if A divides P square, then A divides P, which is stated in theorem 1.3 of your exercise book of maths. We have to use this theorem in this maths, so you must know this. Now I am going to start the maths. We have to prove that root 5 is an irrational number. To prove that, we will follow the method of contradiction. At first, we will assume that root 5 is a rational number and it can be expressed as P by Q, that is root 5 is equals to P by Q, where Q is not equals to 0. If P and Q has a common factor, then dividing by the common factor, suppose we get root 5 is equals to A by B. I am going to explain this. Suppose P and Q are two composite numbers which have a common factor, and that common factor may be anything, any number, 2, 3, any integer. After dividing this P and Q with that common factor, suppose we get root 5 is equals to A by B, and this A by B are co-primes, that is, they have common factor 1 and nothing else. Then, as we have wrote that root 5 is equals to A by B, after cross multiplication, we will get root 5 B is equals to A. Squaring both sides, we will get 5B square is equals to A square. Since it shows that by theorem 1.3, here we will use the theorem 1.3, this theorem. This is the point where we have to use the theorem. From this statement, we can say that 5 divides A square. As A square is equals to 5B square, this A square has two factors, 5 and B square. That's why we can say that 5 divides A square. If 5 divides A square, then by theorem 1.3, we can say that 5 divides A. Means there is a number 5 which divides A. Suppose C is an integer such that A is equals to 5C, which is equal to 5C. A is equals to 5C. As there it has been stated that 5 divides A, so there is another integer C such that A is equals to 5C. Substituting A is equals to 5C in 5B square equals to A square, means this one. We will get 5B square is equals to whole square of 5C. Whole square of 5C. Just we have to substitute the value of A as 5C. After squaring, as we substitute A is equals to 5C in 5B square is equals to A square, we get 5B square is equals to whole square of 5C. After squaring this, we get 5B square is equals to 25C square. Then from there we get B square is equals to 5C square, because 25 is divisible by 5. After dividing both sides by 5, we get B square is equals to 5C square. From this statement, again this statement shows that 5 divides B square. As B square has two factors, 5 and C square, so from by the help of theorem 1.3, we can say that 5 divides B square, so 5 divides B. As 5 divides B square, so 5 divides B by the help of theorem 1.3, that is here. That is, from these two things, it is clear that A and B both are divisible by a common integer 5. Hence, they are not co-prime, which contradicts our assumption, because in the starting we have assumed that A and B are co-prime, but this common factor 5 shows that these two integers a and b are not co-prime, means this is opposite of our assumption. It means our assumption was wrong, so we can say that root 5 is a rational number. In the previous question, the last line in the solution is a small mistake is there, that hence root 5 is a rational number is written there, which will be root 5 is an irrational number, which we have proved in the question number 1. Now another question from the same exercise 1.3, that is question number 2. I am going to solve it. Please follow it. Prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. To prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational, let us assume that 3 plus 2 root 5 is a rational number, just opposite of the question, means by the help of contradictory method. Let us assume that 3 plus 2 root 5 is a rational number. So 3 plus 2 root 5 can be written as a by b. If we cross multiply, we will get b into 3 plus 2 root 5 is equals to a. After distributing b within 3 plus 2 root 5, we get 3b plus 2b root 5 is equals to a. Solving this, we can find root 5 is equals to a minus 3b by 2b, where a and b are integers. As a and b are integers, therefore a minus 3b by 2b is rational number. So a minus 3b by 2b is equals to also root 5, which shows that root 5 is also rational number. But it contradicts the fact that root 5 is irrational. Just we have proved in the question number 1 that root 5 is irrational. So our assumption was wrong, which we have assumed that 3 plus 2 root 5 is rational number. That assumption is wrong. Hence 3 plus 2 root 5 is an irrational number. Dear students, in this way there are few examples before the exercise 1.3, such as theorem 1.4, root 3, prove that root 3 is an irrational number. Another example is there, root 2 is an irrational number. As I have just solved in the previous question about root 5, you can follow the same method to solve root 2 and root 5, even root 7. Any prime number under root, you can show how it is irrational number by the same method of contradiction. Similarly, there are few questions, there are more questions. Exercise 1.3, question number 3. There are 3 questions in question number 3. You can solve those 3 questions by this method. Following this method, as I have done to prove 3 plus 2 root 5, you have to assume same in the same manner a by b, and you have to find either there is root 5, root 7, root 2 in terms of a and b. Then you have to state that as a and b are integers, so it is rational, and that number is equal to the root given in that question is also rational, but it contradicts the fact that the under root number is irrational. So our assumption is wrong, hence that number is irrational number. In this way, using these few steps, you can complete the exercise easily. Now I am going to start exercise 1.4. Before starting the exercise, I want to state some facts which has been given in the form of theorem. Theorem के रूप में दिया गया है exercise 1.4 के पहले, जैसे theorem 1.5, theorem 1.6 and theorem 1.7. 1.5 theorem में बोला गया है कि अगर कोई rational number p by q फॉर्म में है और वो टर्मिनेट है, मतलब डिवाइड करने के बाद डेसिमल के कुछ प्लेसेस के बाद वो खत्म हो जाता है, वो तब जो डिनोमिनेटर q है वो q हमेशा 2 to the power m and 5 to the power n फॉर्म में होगा. 2 to the power m, 5 to the power n फॉर्म में होगा. ये थ्योरम 1.5 में बताया गया, और थ्योरम 1.6 में जस्ट उसका रिवर्स बताया गया है कि अगर कोई रैशनल नंबर p by q फॉर्म में है और अगर q उसका इस फॉर्म में है 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, तब वो रैशनल नंबर टर्मिनेटिंग होगा, मतलब उसका डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन आफ्टर 2, 3, 4, 5 डिजिट्स के बाद खत्म होगा. और थ्योरम 1.7 में बताया गया है कि अगर कोई नंबर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ p by q है और उसका डिनोमिनेटर अगर इस रूप में नहीं है, if the denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power m and 5 to the power n, then the decimal expansion of that number is non-terminating. Now non-terminating, it may be recurring, it may be non-recurring, but it will be non-terminating if the denominator is not in the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. And if the denominator is in the form of this, then it will be terminating. Now, I have taken just 3 maths from exercise 1.4 to explain those theorems. First one is 13 by 3125. Without actual division, we have to find that this number, the decimal expansion of this number 13 by 3125 is terminating or non-terminating without actual division. To find it, either it is terminating or not terminating, at first we will consider the denominator and we will find the prime factors of the denominator. It means we will express the denominator as the product of prime factors. देखिए मैंने यहाँ किया है 3125, ये 5 से डिविजिबल है क्योंकि वंस प्लेस में 5 है, हमने 5 से डिवाइड किया तो हमें मिला 625. अगेन वंस प्लेस में 5 है, मतलब फिर 5 से डिविजिबल है, फिर हमने डिवाइड किया तो हमें मिला 125. इस तरह से कंसेक्यूटिवली डिवीजन रूल्स फॉलो करके हमने इसे डिवाइड किया और प्राइम फैक्टर्स फाइंड किया. तो 3125 इक्वल्स टू आया 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 means 5 times, that is equals to 5 to the power 5. तो हम 13 by 3125 की जगह पे हम लिख सकते हैं 13 by 5 to the power 5. 3125 को जस्ट रिप्लेस करना है 5 to the power 5 से, जो हमें यहाँ मिला. तो हमारा ये डिनोमिनेटर जो 5 to the power 5 है, यहाँ पे 2 नहीं है, इसका मतलब 2 का पावर 0 है, क्योंकि कोई भी इंटीजर का पावर अगर 0 होता है तो उसका वैल्यू 1 होता है. मींस ये इसी फॉर्म में है 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. तो हम यहाँ पे कह सकते हैं कि ये टर्मिनेटिंग है. इट इज टर्मिनेटिंग डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन, ये हम लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. अब अगर इसके आगे सेकंड क्वेश्चन में जो बोला गया है कि जो नंबर्स टर्मिनेटिंग है उसको डेसिमल फॉर्म में लिखना है, तो उसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमें 5 to the power 5 के साथ में 2 to the power 5 चाहिए, क्योंकि डिनोमिनेटर हमें 10 के पावर्स के रूप में चाहिए, ताकि हमको बिना डिवाइड किए विदाउट एनी डिवीजन वी कैन एक्सप्रेस द गिवन नंबर इन डेसिमल फॉर्म. सो एज द डिनोमिनेटर कंटेन्स 5 to the power 5, we have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2 to the power 5 and 2 to the power 5. After multiplication, we will get 416 by 10 to the power 5. This 10 to the power 5 we got with the help of these two, 5 to the power 5 into 2 to the power 5. As the power is common, so the base will be multiplied. 5 into 2 to the power 5, that is 10 to the power 5. 10 to the power 5 indicates that there will be 5 digits after decimal, means the decimal will be before 5 digits of the numerator. As there are 3 digits, I have taken 2 zeros and made it 5 digits and I have put a decimal there. हमने एक decimal बैठा दिया 5 digits के पहले. इस तरह से इस नंबर को हमने decimal फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस किया. उसी एक्सरसाइज का एक और क्वेश्चन है 64 by 455. 455 इसका हमने प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन किया तो हमने देखा कि ये पहले 5 से डिवाइड होता है, तो हमने इसे 5 से डिवाइड किया. उसके बाद हमने देखा कि ये और 5 से डिवाइड नहीं होता है, तो हमने फाइंड किया कि ये 7 से डिविजिबल है, तो हमने 7 से डिवाइड किया 13 आया. 13 ऐसे प्राइम नंबर है, सो वी कैन राइट 455 इज इक्वल्स टू 5 into 7 into 13. और फिर हम मैथ में चले गए 455 की जगह पे हमने लिखा 5 into 7 into 13. यहाँ पर ध्यान से देखिए ये जो डिनोमिनेटर है ये 2 to the power m 5 to the power n के फॉर्म में नहीं है. The denominator is not either of the form 2 to the power m or 5 to the power n or 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n. आप डायरेक्ट इसको भी लिख सकते हैं, क्योंकि ये इस फॉर्म में नहीं है इसीलिए ये नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग है, इसको हम डेसिमल रूप में एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर सकते। अगर इसको हम डिवाइड करेंगे तो ये नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग आएगा, टर्मिनेट नहीं होगा। तो जो टर्मिनेट नहीं होगा, सेकंड क्वेश्चन में आपको बोला गया है ओनली टर्मिनेटिंग वाले को डेसिमल फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस करना है। एक और मैथ्स मैंने लिया है 23 बाई 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 2। इसमें ऑलरेडी ये एक्सपोनेंशियल फॉर्म में दिया गया है पावर्स के रूप में, तो हमें और प्राइम फैक्टर्स फाइंड करने की जरूरत नहीं है। केवल हमें चेक करना है कि डिनोमिनेटर जो है वो 2 to the power m और 5 to the power n के फॉर्म में है कि नहीं। ऑलरेडी ये डिनोमिनेटर उस फॉर्म में है, भले पावर्स अलग है लेकिन 2 और 5 के मल्टीपल्स के रूप में है। तो इसका मतलब ये डिनोमिनेटर हमें ये बताता है कि ये एक टर्मिनेटिंग है, इट इज टर्मिनेटिंग। अब इसको अगर हम डेसिमल में एक्सप्रेस करने जाएं तो हमें 2 और 5 के पावर सेम करने होंगे। As there is 3 power of 2, so we have to express 5 in the same power as the power 3। तो 5 का पावर 2 है तो हमें ऊपर डिनोमिनेटर और न्यूमरेटर दोनों में 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, ताकि डिनोमिनेटर में 2 क्यूब और 5 क्यूब मतलब 2 का भी क्यूब और 5 का भी क्यूब दोनों का पावर सेम आए, ताकि हम पावर कॉमन लेकर बेस 10 के फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस कर सकें। तो हमें मिलेगा 115 by 103 10 to the power 3। 10 to the power 3 means 1000 और न्यूमरेटर में 115। This 1000 indicates that decimal will be before 3 digits। तो 3 digits से पहले हमने डेसिमल बैठा दिया, ये हो गया उसका डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन। इस तरह से उस एक्सरसाइज 1.4 में जितने सारे मैथ्स हैं, आप इस तरह से उसका डिनोमिनेटर प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन के हेल्प से चेक कर सकते हैं कि इस फॉर्म में है कि नहीं। अगर है तो आप उसको टर्मिनेटिंग लिखकर उसको डेसिमल फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं। सेम इसी तरह से जो एग्जांपल्स मैंने एक्सरसाइज मैंने करके दिखाया, और इस तरह से आप उस पूरे एक्सरसाइज को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। If you have any doubts or any suggestions regarding the chapter real numbers, our comment sections are on. You can give a suggestion and comments in that section, and if you want to join our free classes regarding this science and maths during lockdown, the description is given below, the WhatsApp number and the Google Meet. You can follow the descriptions.